It has been 6 months since Rwandan troops, the army and the police were deployed to fight terrorism in Cabo Delgado province of northern Mozambique. What has so far been achieved by joint forces of Rwanda and Mozambique is gratifying, according to the Chief of the General Staff of Mozambican Armed Forces, Admiral Joaquim Mangres.
Viemos à República de Rwanda a convite dos nossos irmãos de Rwanda para.
So the purpose of our visit to the Republic of Rwanda, we are following the invitation that was extended by the government of Rwanda in order to go through the progress of the operations that are taking place in Cabo Delgado. So we went through all the operations that are going through in Cabo Delgado, and also to see and evaluate the step forwards.
Destacamos também que graças ao empenhamento das forças de defesa e segurança de Rwanda.
And I also want to underline the dedications of Rwanda Defense Forces and the fighting support against terrorism in our country. And this now is being seen in our people's recovering their lives and returning back to their normalcy in our country.
E este marco é bem patente nas mentes de todo o povo moçambicano.
The Chief of Defense Staff of the Rwanda Defense Forces, General Jean Bosco Kazura, noted that the talks between the two delegations this Sunday were an opportunity to review what has been achieved through joint operations and also targets for the future.
Indeed, great pleasure that we receive you again in this room where we met some months before. And last year, when we sat here and planned our operations, we conducted together, and we are very happy to be again in the same room to say that we have achieved a lot from our operations, and indeed to discuss more of what we can do together. At the onset, we have achieved a lot by working together, and today is another opportunity to see what we have achieved, what we did together, and what we need to do together to achieve more.
Rwanda Defense Forces spokesperson Colonel Ronald Rwivanga and Rwanda National Police spokesperson CP John Bosco Kabera reiterated that the focus will be on building capacity of security forces on both sides in a sustainable manner.
The other issue that we discussed also is ways in which to improve, to start the training of Mozambican Defense Forces so that we fulfill the last element that we discussed of security sector reform in order to provide the requisite capacity to the forces in Mozambique to be able to stand on their own when we make the decision to withdraw in future.
Ariko muri rusange ibyo bavuze ni bijyanye n'ibyagezweho muri amezi atandatu ashize.
In general, the talks focused on what has been achieved in the last 6 months, but also to continue the cooperation so that the mandate of the police in Mozambique, which is fighting terrorism, restoring peace and capacity building, can be achieved. In addition to military chiefs, the talks between the Mozambican and Rwandan delegations were attended by police chiefs Bernardo Rafael, the General Commander of the Mozambican Police, and the Inspector General of the Rwanda National Police, CG Dan Munyuza. It was in July 2021 that Rwanda sent the army and the police to Mozambique. 6 months later, Rwanda and Mozambican joint forces have managed to oust terrorists from the main bases, and currently efforts are being put into restoring peace in Cabo Delgado. In addition to Rwanda, SADC member states have also sent troops to Mozambique to restore peace and order in various areas. Sam Kalisa, Rwanda Television News.